going on, YouTubers? Let's go ahead and get Facebook online here, and then we'll go ahead and get right into this here. All right, here we go. All right, what's up, everybody? How are you guys doing today? Thank you for coming to our afternoon, evening motivational mix for today. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So I want to talk about something called Humble Beginnings. It's really easy concept. The idea behind Humble Beginnings is I honestly talk to a lot of people. And when I talk to people, I come to the realization that at the end of the day, I think some of the people don't realize what they can accomplish because they don't necessarily believe in themselves to the ability of what they can become. They think that they're worth something, but they don't think that they're worth world-changing aspects. They're worth the lower aspects. That's why I always say chickens don't eat breadcrumbs, right? I'm sorry, eagles don't eat breadcrumbs because eagles don't have time to come down to the ground and eat with chickens because chickens can't fly. And they eat breadcrumbs that are on the ground. The eagles go up in the air and they see live prey. They see animals. They see all kinds. I mean, I saw an eagle pick up a kid and try to take it. Luckily, the dad was there and said, "Put my child down." But here's the thing about this, right? Humble beginnings often lead us to lead a mediocre life. We always believe, and I hear this a lot, that money's the root of all evil. That's not true. Bad people are the root of evil. That's what it is. Has nothing to do with money. So we kind of put this aspect that, if we are from humble beginnings, poor, not having as much, lower economic class, middle class, etc., that we are going to be able to get as much as somebody else. But we can work just as hard. Actually, we have to work harder than the average person who is going through their daily, every day, and they've already got the money sitting right here, instead of somebody who's got to build himself up by their bootstraps, like you've heard that saying before, build yourself up by your bootstraps. So here's what I want to say to you. Even in the Bible, and I was looking and doing a little bit of research, did you guys know that King David was actually a shepherd first, before he was king? And for those of you who didn't know that, I didn't know that, and I looked up and said, oh, that's pretty cool. So imagine being a shepherd. Shepherds don't live extravagant lives. Even today, if it was a shepherd, they would have very minimal of whatever they have, because it's designed that the shepherd can be, with the flock. It's not about, having all this stuff, right? So he went from being a shepherd to a king. One of the lowest forms of a job in that time, to a king. And so all I want you to do is picture this. Whatever you're going through, whatever you think you're worth, I want you to think about you are where you are, but you can be a king. You could be a queen at any time. You're just going to have to work a lot harder than those people who have things already. Don't ever count yourself already out just because you don't believe you can do it. By saying you cannot do it in your mind, thinking you cannot do it, all the pieces that go to it, that actually, saying that your mind cannot distinguish between what you say and what you think. Now, if you know that, then you can't say anything negative about yourself. You need to say positive things. I learned that the hard way. So your brain can't distinguish between what you say and what you think. All it's the same. And what you see and what you envision in your mind, what you dream about. It doesn't know any of that. So it doesn't know the difference. So it's going to give you what you want. So if you tell yourself consistently that you're not worth it, or that you can't have it, or you're not worthy, then you never will. If you continuously tell yourself, I am worthy, I am a God, and that's not, you rephrase that so you guys don't think I'm saying I am God. I am a God in my own right, because if we're made in the likeness of God, then you have to be God in itself. That's a whole different ball game. That's me and Lionel. Appreciate you, Lionel. But anyway, so I am a king. I am a queen. I am this piece of it. If you believe that you are at all times, and believe and lift yourself high enough to keep your head above the clouds instead of staying down on the ground, then there's no way you cannot end up there. Do the work and believe, and that's when great things happen. That's all I want to say. We all have humble beginnings, especially the people on this video. I've had humble beginnings, and I'm slowly raising myself up to become a king. I want to become a king. That's my next level. And I'm not saying a king to rule all. I'm saying a king in the aspects of becoming a more powerful leader that can affect change in this world. And as I do that, I have to believe I can. Because as soon as I believe I can, and I've seen it, some days I get down and I believe I can't do it, and I realize that my energy level and the way I talk to myself goes down, and then what I accomplish that day either goes down or doesn't exist or goes wrong. So I'm very, very cautious of what I tell myself. So what I want you to do right now is I want you to say, I'm a king. Or say, I'm a queen. And I want you to say with some gusto, say, I'm a king. I'm a queen. I want you to say it, and I want you to mean it. And I want you to tell yourself that every day, so that if you ever have a problem, wondering that you can ever make it to the top just because you had humble beginnings, you'll never doubt yourself again. And that's all I want to say. Humble beginnings don't mean you're going to stay where you are. Humble beginnings only mean that you started where you started. Drake says, started from the bottom, now we're here. That makes sense to me, right? You know, he's saying he started from the bottom. He wasn't always a rapper. He had to build himself up. King David started as a shepherd. Now he's here. He's the king. There's so many aspects of this, but just because you start at one place doesn't mean you're going to end up at the same place. As a matter of fact, when you came out of your mother's womb, you were a baby. You had no job. You had no hair. Some of you guys had hair, lucky. You had no job. You had no money. And you don't end up that way, hopefully, whenever you pass or whenever you become an adult. So it's never what you are. You never start and end at the same spot. You'll never end up at the size of a baby with no conscience. Because babies, if you don't know, babies are pure when they come out. So it's not about that. What it is about, though, is making sure that you are growing. That's the only way to get to the kingship. The only way to become a king is to grow and continues to grow. And forget about where you came from in the aspects of letting it hold you down, but never forget where you came from in the aspect of remembering that you can be more. And that's all I have to say. I'm going to make sure the quote is good. All right, let's see. Yep, so in the Bible, there were many slaves, and shepherds who became kings and high power figures. And they have to go through some things first. And that's all I want you to remember. That's all I got for you today. I appreciate you being here. Remember, I believe and love each and every one of you. And remember, you are better than you know. But you just have to continuously believe that and work towards that. And nothing will stop you. And that's all I have to say. You guys have a blessed day. I'll see you tomorrow. Happy Tuesday.